Yo guys, so basically this is kind of a just transfer update, yeah. You know what I mean? Um Obviously Jadon Sancho's in the bank. No official announcement of Jadon Sancho in the jersey yet. Rumours that could be coming out at 4 o'clock today, people are saying. I don't know, I feel like could be next week at this stage. I feel like could be maybe next Tuesday. I don't know why. Varane, the update on that is that United United are want to pay 45 million euros. Real Madrid want 50 million euros. Um, I say just pay. You're getting one of the best centre backs in the world either way for whatever price really. Um, 5 million extra for a player that quality, I don't think is a big deal. I think as Roberto Romano was saying on the United stand, I think if Varane had 4 years left in his contract, he'd be, my opinion, 120 million. Yo, Jesse, 120 million, 150 million. I think Varane would be. So I think it's an absolute bargain steal for that type player. And I think Varane's, in my opinion, Varane has to be priority because we need that position most. I don't think we're going to get a good quality CDM. I think we'll get Camavinga, who's not a CDM. He could develop into a CDM, but he's mostly box to box for Rennes. Sorry. But I think if we don't get a CDM, I'd still be really disappointed. I'd with the transfer window, in my opinion, not really disappointed if you know what I mean, but like I'd be disappointed that we didn't get a CDM. I think Varane, brilliant signing. Sancho, well needed. We've been waiting 2 years. And Camavinga, I think one of the best generational talents that there is out there at the moment. I think you get him. That's another midfield reinforcement. But if Pogba goes and we sign Camavinga, I think that means Van de Beek's out the door. If we have to be honest with ourselves, I don't see Van de Beek getting game time, even less than he had last season. I think I know a few people are saying on Twitter that we need Van de Beek for squad depth, but a player of that quality isn't going to stay. He'd sit at the bench. Let's be honest. I think either way, Barcelona were looking at a deal for Van de Beek. I'm pretty sure they want a loan with an option to buy. I think Juventus, I just seen it there, want a swap deal for obviously Van de Beek for one of their players. I don't know exactly who that is. If I can get it up quickly, I will. If I can't, I'll just leave it. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, that just somewhere. No, alright, I can't find it at the moment. But yeah, in the Van de Beek situation, and as well, yeah, Jan, like 4-4. I can't say his name, yes, lads. But he's basically saying that Sancho announcement's just around the corner. So Saturday, yeah. So it could be today, could be next week. We don't know. Yo, Musa. But, I think who they sign next. I think the priority after Varane has to be Camavinga. I don't like these style rumours. I don't think he's the type of player for us. I don't know why we're signing another player that doesn't even start for Atletico Madrid. I think my opinion on Saul is, how do I put it? He's not a bad player. I just don't think he's the quality we need. We need a player of a Pogba, of a Bruno standard, not a player of a kind of So he's not. He's better than McTominay, way better than McTominay. I think. Where would I rank him? You don't really want a player. He kind of. Oh, lad, I'm confused myself now. But I just think we need to be going for these world class generational talent players, and I think that's what we're doing this summer. I think Jadon Sancho is top 3 right wingers in the world. I think Varane's top 3 centre backs in the world. So without a doubt, I think straight away your back line is one of the best in the league when you add Varane in there. Your front 3 again is one of your best 3 in the league. Cavani, Rashford, Sancho. You could put Greenwood in there. You could put Martial in there. Diallo. Don't know, like Diallo can play. In there as well. You give Diallo more opportunities this season. Dan James, I think, needs to go on loan. I don't think we need him at the club, to be honest. Um, like Oh, I don't know what like leave it in the comments if you're watching the stream if you're watching the video after. I just want to know what's everyone's opinions on Saul. I just don't like him as a player. In a way, I don't think he suits the system. He's another my. I think he's kind of like how would I put it? He's not a CDM. He's more of a like number 10 to box. If you get me. And I don't think we need that type of player at the club. I think Camavinga could turn into a CDM. So, like, obviously, that's why we need Camavinga. I think as well, Declan Rice, he could be signing. I don't think we would get him this season. As well, I'd like to see maybe get interested in Didi. Think if you're going to go for Declan Rice, why can't you try to go for Wilfred and Didi? I think that's someone that's being thrown under the radar right now. I think as well, Kieran Trippier has been thrown into the circle now. Uh, Atletico Madrid wants a fee of I think it's 25-30 million pounds. United are only willing to pay 15. Um, so see, I think the problem with Trippier is he just played. He started, I think it was 3 matches for England at the Euros. Um, then he's at Atletico Madrid. He's that side that won the league, starting every game for them. Would he leave them to be a bench warmer at a United team that hasn't won silverware for a while? I don't think he would. I think if he comes in, he'll be expected to start a lot of games. I think he'll expect to start a lot of games, and I think that does add up competition. But I think Trippier will want to be promised games because in some contracts there's clauses where you have to start minimum 20 games, you have to start minimum 15, you have to play 10 off the bench, 20 starting. Um, so I think Trippier won't join United because obviously we're going as a club. He wants to come back to the Premier League because he wants obviously the experience in the Premier League again. He likes it in the Premier League. Obviously, he was with Tottenham before he joined Atletico Madrid. Um, so I think if he's willing to play backup, get him all day every day because he'd be probably the best backup in the league. Um, and overall, I think the problem with Trippier is he's not a very good defensive right back. He's the opposite of Wan-Bissaka. Like he's very good at. Yeah, you just seen me in the room without anyone. You just seen an empty stream. I don't know what that looked like. Um, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, overall, my ideal summer, you'd sign Varane after Sancho. That's 2 signings. There's rumours of United wanting 2 major signs after Varane. Personally, I think they should be Trippier and Camavinga. I think that's the best 2 options you can get for the money we'd probably have. Pogba going. There's obviously contract talks that'll be running into the season. I think your best option is get a fee. If Pogba's not going to sign a new contract, I'd say get 50 million from this summer. PSG are willing to pay that. I think they're in talks with United right now. They're looking positive. I said I'd take 50 million, put that towards maybe an Ndidi. Because if you sell Pogba, obviously you can get CDM then. I'd still personally get Camavinga, and no offense, I think um Van de Beek's not part of all these plans, so I think Van de Beek will either have to go on loan or we'll just have to sell him for a big chunk of money. But guys, yeah, that was just a short little transfer stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it and see you.